think he might. Is he thinking of going away, or is he just? Yeah, he's decided. I think when he first went to that, he's thinking treble, single, then double 16, but he changed his mind to leave
leg.
tops.
Ron Meulenkamp.
Better openings of a fair. But no darts at the Olympics.
180.
Kurt DeVos, though, taking a step closer to gaining a medal.
41. Gert requires 24.
Certainly be in the mix tomorrow if this goes in.
Game, shot,
And it does go
and
in.
the match. Gert DeVos.
DeVos gets a big win in every sense. A 4-1 success against Ron Meulenkamp that as good as puts Gert DeVos through to finals night and puts Meulenkamp himself in all sorts of trouble. There you see Meulenkamp actually only had one dart double in the entire match. That was at the end of a successful 108 combination. DeVos 4 out of 6 on the doubles, an average just shy of 90, and no doubt he deserved that victory that sees him move within a whisker of the Saturday showpiece. Fallon Sherrock and Ashley Coleman both hope to be there, and they'll go head-to-head after the break.
Fallon requires 65. Yep.
Just checking that was the 25, so she
Game
could throw
shot
at
on
that.
the third
She
leg.
cuts the gap in
Fallon
this game
Sherrock.
to one leg.
Ashley
Well,
requires
this has been
60.
a bit of a closing ceremony for both Ashley Coleman and Gert DeVos, because they might be getting the job done in their first games of the night. Seems to be going that way.
Ashley requires 75. $35. Fallon
Opportunity knocks.
56.
This is for a break as well. Fallon will throw for the match if she takes this out. And she has taken it out.
Sixth leg. Fallon Sherrock.
One little moment of messiness from Ashley Coleman.
Coleman.
Wow.
No score.
Wrong bed.
Ashley requires 68.
Coleman gets a reprieve. Fallon can't believe it. Not the easiest. But he's found a way.
And the match, Ashley Coleman.
The slip into the wrong double from Fallon Sherrock has cost her in that match. Does it cost her her place at finals night tomorrow? Ashley Coleman, well, he is as good as there now. 8 points amassed from this group. 3 games for him left to play. Another 4-3 win against Fallon Sherrock, and another dramatic ending to their duel. Him and DeVos are looking good. Fallon Sherrock now is the one that Ron Meulenkamp and Tony O'Shea are chasing, and they're going to be in action after the break. Can O'Shea... Oh, no, he can't. So Ron returns
35.
to seal the whitewash win.
Ron requires 20. Game.
He does.
Chop.
He
And
gets it done 4-0. Brilliant by the bomb. O'Shea struggled in that one, but it's Meulenkamp who gets off the mark for the night. Coming next, the winner will go through. It's Coleman against DeVos.
4. Ashley requires 98. Game shot in the fourth
Ashley
leg.
Coleman gobbles that
Ashley
up.
Coleman. Gert requires 64.
To delay it.
Game shot
And he
in
may
the
yet
fifth
take
leg.
it himself, Gert DeVos here.
Game shot in the
We
sixth
go
leg.
the distance.
Gert DeVos.
One leg will determine which of these players go through at this stage. It should be said.
We'll get a dart at a double.
92.
Not going to go.
Fallon
It could all
requires
be over
40.
for Tony O.
Game.
That is
Shot. And the match.
the
Fallon
match
Sherrock.
winning double for Fallon Sherrock. A whitewash win over Tony O'Shea, whose chances disappear. And Sherrock's is strengthened. She moves on to 6 points. She sits in third place, 2 clear of Ron Meulenkamp, who is chasing. And the bomb is back after the break when he takes on the already qualified Ashley Coleman. Out. Does Coleman
Ashley requires 25.
employ a different route? I mean, that is
Game shot on the first
safer
leg.
than safe, isn't
Ashley
it?
Coleman.
Huge. Huge, huge, huge for Ron Meulenkamp.
52. Ashley requires 24.
And Ashley
Game,
Coleman
shot, and the match.
puts him
Ashley
away.
Coleman.
A 4-3 win. That really doesn't matter for Coleman, but it matters a lot for Meulenkamp, and it certainly helps Fallon Sherrock. Coleman gets another victory, takes his points tally to 12. He's becoming a runaway winner of this group now. But it's a scrappy affair, and Meulenkamp will rue the missed opportunity that he never thought he'd have when he was 3-0 behind in the game. He bounced back, almost won it, but he's going to have to beat Fallon Sherrock and then hope that he gets done a favour by Gert de Vos later in the evening as well. Meulenkamp Sherrock coming up in a couple of games' time. Next, though, Tony O'Shea against de Vos.
Tony requires 96.
Watching tonight, tell us who you think is going to win tomorrow. If you're watching right now, you'd say Tony O'Shea, but he's not going to be there.
Game
This
on the
is
third
from
leg.
nowhere, isn't it?
Tony O'Shea.
From absolutely nowhere.
Tony requires 32. No score.
You could see he didn't like the
Gert
first start
requires
there. Had to move
49.
across, the grimace on the face. Gert de Vos to cling onto his throat.
9. Tony requires 32.
Can he close it out?
Game.
He can.
Shots. And the match.
And that
Tony
is a
O'Shea.
thumping win for Tony O'Shea. Gert de Vos beaten for 1-0. He exits the stage sharply. He will be going through. Tony says, where's that been? But then shows he's still got the power. Coming next, a massive match in the battle to join de Vos and Coleman at finals night as Fallon Sherrock faces Ron Meulenkamp.
55. Goes back to the start. Sensible play there for Ron Meulenkamp.
140. Ron requires 40.
The reason being, in this situation, you'd rather be going for tops than double 5 or even 5 itself.
Game shot on the second leg. Ron Meulenkamp. Ron requires 40. Game shot on the fourth leg. Ron Meulenkamp. Requires 45.
Wins this leg, she's not going to need much against Gert de Vos. But Ron Meulenkamp
requires
now
40.
has the chance to keep his hopes alive. Good marker. Not used.
Game, shot,
But he
and a
lands
match.
the
Ron
winning double.
Meulenkamp.
And he's still in with a shout. Fallon Sherrock goes down 4-1 at the hands of Meulenkamp, who finds himself still in fourth place outside of the qualifying spots. Sherrock occupies third, but is only there by virtue of one leg, and a heavy enough defeat against Gert de Vos in the final game would send her out and Meulenkamp through. Before that, it's top against bottom. The unbeaten Coleman takes on an improved Tony O'Shea.
Ashley requires 32. Game shot on the second leg. Ashley Coleman.
Well, a 140 here would be handy as well. Just had to make sure he didn't hit a 180.
80.
This then to finish the job.
40. Tony requires 32. Game shot on the sixth leg. Tony O'Shea.
In the match, and his second victory of the day for back-to-back wins.
Game, shot,
And
the
Silverback
match, Tony
succeeds.
O'Shea.
He's the only one to defeat Ashley Coleman tonight. It's a big pat on the back for Tony, who marched off the stage having managed to make it actually to 6 points. 3 wins. He won't be going through though. He'll be heading home. Ashley Coleman is there on Saturday. He is a group winner. O'Shea finishes bottom of the pile. Ron Meulenkamp hoping that he goes through, but Fallon Sherrock, it's in her hands. She takes on Gert de Vos for a place at finals night next.
118. Game on the first
Fallon
leg.
Sherrock
Fallon Sherrock.
produces a brilliant checkout.
There was nowhere near for Fallon, was there? 3 poorly thrown darts. Bullseye for the Magic.
78. Fallon requires
Needs
32.
to show that trademark composure under pressure here.
No score.
But it's not on display
Gert
tonight.
requires 44.
That is 6 darts squandered for a Saturday spot.
24.
Should get 3 more.
Fallon requires 32.
She
16.
misses 3 more.
Gert requires 20. Game on the fourth
And
leg.
it's the last start
Gert
in
de
hand, the
Vos.
more painful one of the 3. Just not
Gert
happening here for
requires
Fallon.
90.
She went 2-0 up. She's had plenty of opportunities here. Gert de Vos in the ascendancy.
Game on the fifth leg. Gert de Vos.
And now she has to win this leg.
Sixth leg. Fallon to throw first. Game on.
Well gone for Fallon Sherrock to seal
Fallon
her
requires
Saturday
8.
spot. And
Game on the
finally,
sixth leg. Fallon
Fallon
Sherrock.
Sherrock seals her place at finals night. Portion
Fallon
available.
requires 10. Six. Gert requires 38. Game, shots, and the match. Gert de Vos.
And it is de Vos that is the boss in the end in that game. It became a kind of sideshow, the actual outcome of the match. Fallon Sherrock got the 3 legs she needed, and in winning them secures her spot at finals night on Saturday. Bit of a battle between the two of them, but Gert de Vos finishes second, Fallon Sherrock finishes third, and we will be hearing from the Queen of the Palais, so reflecting on her qualification after the break.
Probably would have been better off not knowing, but you know, I was overhearing and I heard that I had to get 3 legs, and I was like, right, okay. And yeah, no, none of them doubles felt comfortable at all. Even the 118 didn't feel comfortable tonight.
It's a strange situation, isn't it? Because not needing to win the match, but only needing a certain amount of legs, it's a really unfamiliar situation, because most tournaments are knockout, but here that kind of thing can happen. How relieved were you when you finally did hit the double to get through?
Yeah, no, I was really relieved, and like, especially on like double 2, I think it was. I absolutely hate double 2 as well. So yeah, I don't know if you could see it when I walked back. I kind of put my head like back, and I was like, thank God.
Yeah, one of the, when we were talking about it, you said maybe she'd have been better off not knowing. We didn't know, actually. You didn't ask to know, did you? You just overheard, and that kind of got into your head.
Yeah, definitely. I overheard a conversation and I was like, oh no, I wish I didn't know that. Because I never really ask. I just try and play for the win every time, because, yeah, otherwise I end up doing that. It's not great.
But
It's what we used to, isn't
got
it?
through.
It's what we're used to, playing for the win, and ultimately that's what you go up there to do. You don't go up there to play a mini game within a game, and that's ultimately what Fallon was doing there, especially from 2-0 up. The worst thing then is you've got 4 opportunities. The only way you're not going to qualify is if Gert de Vos goes and wins 4 legs. So what you end up doing is you end up standing there and counting down the lives. Like, oh, it's okay, I've got 3, I've got 2. Oh, hang on. I've only got 1, and I've only got 1 of them with the throw. And you start telling yourself this story, and all you do is just build the anxiety and the panic all the time.
You're the kind of player that we've seen, of course, on the biggest stages, really thrive under the pressure. Do you think a little bit of it as well was in a couple of those legs? You had quite a lot of darts. He was quite a long way behind you. And actually, you're someone who is kind of more on it when they're right with you in matches.
Yeah, I think maybe, if Gert had kind of been like up my tail, like proper behind me and like smashing in the scores and that, maybe I probably wouldn't have had as much time to overthink, because I think that's exactly what I did in that game, just overthink on the doubles. But yeah, I think if Gert had just, played normal, I think, it would have been a completely different game and probably more entertaining.
Yeah, and we just kind of saw it there, because the very first leg of the match, he hit 2 180s, and then you took out 118, no problem at all. So it just goes to prove the point, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Like, he hit 2 180s, and I thought this 118's got to go if you're going to get a leg, because if he gets this leg and then he's just going to go like storming through the game, and I was like, I need to kind of stop that. I don't want him to just run off with it.
Well, let's just show everyone how close it was in the end. The league table, Fallon, Ron Meulenkamp, Antonio O'Shea all got 6 points in the end. In fact, exactly the same leg difference, but Fallon through by 1 more leg, won. Now, you've been at the other side of this before, so I'm sure in the end, now you might reflect tonight and think you could have played better, but end of the day you threw, and Saturday's a different day, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Tomorrow's completely different. It's different opponents. I mean, obviously, there's 2 people in here from tonight, but it's different people, different environment, a different day. You know what you've got to do tomorrow. Yes, you've got a round robin the first game, but then it's straight knockout pretty much. So it's a completely different mindset. And yeah, no, I've been on the other side of it before, and it was awful because I felt like I actually played better. But yeah, I'll take a win playing at average tonight, so I'm okay.
Is anyone coming out of tonight with a confidence boost, or does everyone need to have that mentality and think of Saturday as being a completely different event?
You've got to draw a line under tonight, I think. Tonight has not been there in regards to what we know the players' levels are, but it doesn't need to be tonight. You've just got to get through, and that's all you've got to do. Tomorrow's a completely different day. Tomorrow's a completely different environment, a different vibe. There's going to be a different atmosphere down there completely. So it's almost going to be like 2 contrasting tournaments. All you've got to do is make sure you get through to Saturday. It's Saturday where you need to produce the goods, and the players are in there tonight.
Right, let's show you everybody who is through to Saturday then this week. So Connor Scott won Group A earlier in the week. Ashley Coleman, Gert de Vos, Fallon Sherrock through from Group B. Stuart Kellett won Group C with Colin Osborne as the runner-up. And the Groups 4 finals night break down like this. So this is the first look for you, Fallon. You'll be playing Ashley Coleman from this group and Stuart Kellett from Group C. Group 1, Connor Scott, Gert de Vos and Colin Osborne. Any initial reaction to that?
Could have been a lot worse. I'm always going to think whatever group I'm in, it's going to be difficult anyway. So there's no point dwelling who you've got or anything like that. But yeah, I've got Ashley Coleman again. I think I've lost last 2 nights. So hopefully tomorrow I can kind of get a win under my belt. But yeah, I think tonight, everyone can just put it in the bin and start again tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, you've been saying in comms that the biggest winner, not just in this group, but over the last couple of days, has kind of been Connor Scott. He's had his feet up, watching the action. He was already there. Is he still the big favourite for you tomorrow?
He went home, didn't he? He went home to get his normal routines and his practicing, and he was watching and seeing what was going on. I don't think anything scared him so far. He's the big favourite to win the week. He's been winning titles left, right and centre. I've said I think he's possibly the series winner. If it plays how it has, he's going to take some beating.
But hasn't been to a Saturday apart from that double start week at the Super Series yet. Fallon, you've got plenty of experience on that stage and every stage in front of an audience. Do you think that's something that could work in your favour tomorrow?
Hopefully it does. Obviously, every experience on playing here is going to obviously help. But yeah, no, I just hope I can get to the final and actually get over it this time, because I don't know how many times I've got there. But yeah, if I have to beat Connor, I have to beat Connor. But
Well, look, you've got to be in it to win it, and you are in it, so well done. Thanks for your company tonight as well, Matthew. And thank you for your company, as always. Finals night gets underway on Saturday from 7:30. You can be there at finals night as well. Any finals night, you can get there. The tickets are available from dartshop.tv, and if you can't, just join us here on the YouTube channel tomorrow.